How does a generation-defining athlete go from winning a historic race to completely vanishing from the world in less than a week? On May 15th, NASCAR legend Kyle Busch stood in the winner's circle, celebrating his record-breaking 69th Truck Series victory. He looked invincible. He felt unstoppable. When asked about his future, he gave a chilling, prophetic answer, quote, "You never know when the last one is going to be, so cherish them all." Nobody knew those words would become his final goodbye. Less than a week later, the two-time Cup Series champion was gone at just 41 years old. The racing world is in absolute shock, mourning a giant. But as the grief settles, a dark cloud of mystery is growing. What really happened inside that high-tech testing facility? New details have just emerged about his final hours, a hidden timeline, and a disturbing radio transmission that changes everything we thought we knew. To understand the mystery, we have to look at the devastating announcement that shook the sports world. It happened on Thursday afternoon, May 21st. A joint statement from the Busch family, Richard Childress Racing, and NASCAR confirmed the unimaginable. Kyle Busch, known to millions of fans as Rowdy, had passed away. He leaves behind his wife Samantha and his two young children, Brexton and Lennox. NASCAR described him as a rare, once-in-a-generation talent who was fierce, passionate, and immensely skilled. The news instantly sent shockwaves through Gasoline Alley and across global motorsports. Fans and drivers alike are struggling to process how someone so full of life, someone who had spent more than 2 decades dominating the asphalt, could disappear so suddenly. But right from the start, one major detail was conspicuously missing. The official announcement gave absolutely no cause of death. Instead, it only mentioned a sudden, severe illness. Initially, the public was led to believe that Kyle fell ill on Thursday morning, was rushed to the hospital, and passed away hours later. It felt lightning fast. But a brand new report from the Associated Press has completely shattered that timeline, revealing that the crisis actually started a day earlier, hidden away from the public eye. According to high-level sources speaking on the condition of anonymity, Kyle Busch was at a cutting-edge Chevrolet racing simulator facility in Concord, North Carolina, on Wednesday, May 20th. He was doing routine high-performance testing, looking sharp when the unthinkable happened. Inside the simulator, Kyle suddenly became completely unresponsive. The team panicked. Paramedics were rushed to the scene, and he was urgently transported to a hospital in Charlotte. For nearly 24 hours, this critical medical emergency was kept completely secret. Why was it kept quiet? And what exactly happened to his body while inside that simulator? As investigators and medical experts look for answers, fans have unraveled a massive clue hidden in plain sight. It comes from a live broadcast just 11 days before his death, during a race at Watkins Glen. Kyle was driving beautifully, finishing in 8th place, but his in-car radio caught a deeply unsettling conversation. Kyle radioed his crew with an urgent, desperate medical request. He asked them to immediately find the team doctor, Bill Heisel. His voice sounded strained as he told his crew, quote, "Tell him I need him after the race, please." When the team asked if he wanted the doctor to meet him at his car or his personal bus, Kyle made it clear that he could not wait. He replied, quote, "I'm going to need a shot." The announcers on the live broadcast noted that Kyle had been battling a severe sinus cold all week, mentioning how brutal it must be to race with a completely stuffed head under massive forces. But now that radio message feels heavily ominous. What the average person does not realize is that driving a NASCAR vehicle is an extreme physical toll on the human body. Inside the cockpit, temperatures routinely soar past 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Drivers endure crushing G-forces and massive elevation changes, pushing their cardiovascular systems to the absolute limit. Medical experts note that traveling at 200 miles per hour with a severe respiratory or sinus blockage dramatically increases intracranial pressure. The extreme heat, intense dehydration, and massive physical stress can turn a common cold into a catastrophic medical event. Speculation online has gone viral, with some wondering if the intense conditions triggered a hidden aneurysm or a sudden cardiac event. Yet, despite the rumors, the family and the race team have maintained strict privacy, leaving the public to piece together the fragments of his final days. What we do know for certain is that the loss of Kyle Busch leaves a massive, unfillable void in motorsports. Over a legendary 20-year career, he grew from a hot-headed rookie into a 2-time Cup Series champion, building a fiercely loyal fan base known as Rowdy Nation. He was the villain everyone loved to hate, and the champion everyone had to respect. Even when his Cup Series career hit a dry spell, his recent victory at Dover proved that he never lost his competitive fire. As NASCAR moves forward with this weekend's races under a heavy blanket of grief, the search for answers continues. Was it a freak medical anomaly, or did the brutal physical demands of racing mask a deadly underlying illness? Until the official medical reports are released, the racing community can only mourn, remember his incredible legacy, and hold his family close. What do you think really happened in his final days? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned as we bring you more updates on this developing story.